तुमने इसके बारे में सोच लिया?
हाँ।
अच्छा, तुमने एक बड़ा फैसला लिया, तुम्हारा शुक्रिया। ये लो, ये स्टेटमेंट पढ़ो। एक बात मैं साफ साफ कह देता हूँ, इस बात का इल्जाम तुम पे नहीं लगेगा। ये जो कंपनी में अफवाह फैल रही है, इस बात से वो सारे रुक जाएगी, तो तुम बेफिक्र रहो। इन सब के लिए तुम्हें कितना पैसा चाहिए? बस मेरे को बताओ।
मिस्टर रन, ये लीजिए।
इसमें क्या है?
इसमें वो पैसे हैं जो आपने मुझे दिए थे। मुझे ये वापस देना है।
वापस क्यों करेंगे?
मैं पैसे के बिल्कुल भी काबिल नहीं हूँ। ये सब मैंने अपनी बेटी के लिए किया था और कोई दूसरी वजह नहीं थी।
तो फिर
मैं नहीं चाहती हूँ कि इन पैसों से उसका पालन पोषण हो। अगर मेरे पास कुछ साल बचे होंगे फिर भी मुझे ये सब कुछ ठीक नहीं लगता। मैं अच्छे विचार के साथ अपनी बेटी की परवरिश करना चाहती हूँ। मुझे माफ कर दीजिए और ये पैसे रख लीजिए। और मुझे साइन करने के लिए पैसों की जरूरत नहीं। मुझे जानकर बेहद खुशी होगी कि जीवन फिर से काम पे जा सकता है।
अब कैसे हैं? ये क्लास किसने भेजी?
तुम्हारे डैड ने।
डैड ने भेजी?
मुझे लगता था कि वो चाहते हैं कि मैं मर जाऊं। उन्होंने कहा है कि उन्हें कुछ बात करनी है। मुझे लगता है कि शायद तुम्हारे बारे में बात है।
आखिर आपको उनमें क्या पसंद आया?
वैसे देखा जाए तो पहले तो ये बुरा नहीं था। मैंने उसकी मासूमियत भी देखी। मैं सोचती हूँ कि वो अचानक कैसे हुआ। उनके परिवार के बाद वो सबकी हिफाजत करना चाहते थे हर एक की। जब मैं तब किसी की हिफाजत करनी पड़ती थी। तब वो अपना कुछ खास खो देता है। तुम वैसे मत पूछो।
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
तो क्या सोचा कि किसी भी तरह की
सर्जरी रिस्की हो सकती है। एक बार ट्यूमर जरा छोटा हो जाए तब इस बारे में हम सोच सकते हैं।
ये छोटा तो रहेगा और उसके बाद फिर चल सकता है।
जब से ट्रीटमेंट चलेगा तब से ही वो फटाफट कभी
all the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging.
And a radish veggie soup. Which should I choose? Strike a pose! Off we go! Everybody stand back! The show begins!
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory. Illusion shattered!
Yoo-hoo! Let my name echo in song!
There is no escape!
Everybody stand back! Huh? Eat this! May I present...
Shine down!
Strike a pose! Off we go! Teamwork is dreamwork! Adventure time! Let's light it up! Out of the frying pan, into the fire! Let's light it up! Yoo-hoo! Let the world collide! Everybody stand back! Oh, brilliant!
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
Add as... Thank you for... Add a... Add Astra...
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
Going down! The show begins! Teamwork is dreamwork! Let's light it up! Luba, get them! Off we go! Adventure time! Benny's adventure team, assemble! Oh. Oh. Or not.
Illusion shattered!
Strike a pose! Huh?
To the fairy. Finally.
I'm going in!
No. To the fairy.
Let's light it up! Shower me with praise! Strike a pose!
Let's get down to business.
Everybody stand back! Time to shine! Hey,
To the fairy.
nice and spicy!
You win this battle.
There is no escape!
It's a lucky day.
Let's light it up!
Finally.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Fairy.
Shower me with praise!
Fairy.
Right, Pip?
Finally. No. To the fairy.
Adventure time!
Shine down!
I'm going in! Strike a pose!
Finally.
Stream, your rhythm is off again. At this rate, it doesn't even matter if the tavern reopens. The band's not even going to get any gigs.
I'm sorry.
Hello there. I hope we aren't interrupting your rehearsal.
Wait, these are the two frogs we saw on the road a little while ago.
Ah, the forest fairy is here. For the love of lotus leaves and dewdrop stream, you've really got to put in some effort now.
But
Oh, don't pressure yourselves on my account. Are you rehearsing for a show?
Sure are. You see, our group regularly performs for guests at the tavern. We've been out of work for quite some time, with the closure and all, but after hearing of the fairy's arrival yesterday, we figured we needed to get in performance shape right away.
I understand how you feel. Back at the Grand Bazaar, Zubair Theater's always busy with rehearsals too.
The Grand Bazaar? Do people there sing on lotus leaves as well?
Yeah, they do. And it's a really big one. You're the conductor of your group, aren't you? You remind me of Mr. Zubair.
Ah, then he must be an ambitious director. One who would do anything to avoid disappointing a single member of the audience. It's just...
Is there anything we can do to help you, Mr. Stream?
oh no, my problems are mine and mine alone. It's just after the tavern closed, I somehow forgot how to sing. I'm always a few beats behind everyone else, and I keep singing out of key.
You were our trump card, our best singer by a mile.
I know, but
So he is a victim of the fading disorder too?
Don't be sad, Mr. Stream. Whenever I've forgotten important dance steps in the past, my friends at the Grand Bazaar always stick by my side to encourage me. They smile and patiently tell me everything's going to be okay. Then they play the melody for me over and over until the steps finally come back to me. Now it's our turn to help you.
We just need to help you remember how to sing, right? The Traveler's got a great sense of rhythm. We can help keep you in time.
Well, what do you say, Stream? I think it's a great idea. Just focus on the lyrics, and the fairy's friends will help you stay on beat.
are you sure? This is really asking a lot.
Don't worry about it, Mr. Stream. It'll all be worth it when the tavern reopens and we finally have the chance to hear your marvelous singing voice.
All right then. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll give it my best shot.
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever. All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging.
Oh, no good! Your rhythm is off again! Excellent! Perfectly in time!
Still no good.
Yeah, don't give...
I feel like...
Goddesses of...
Thank you, everyone.
Glad to hear. We've got one final stop. Let's go.
Gonna be epic. For justice.
Anything you need delivered?
Oh, my dear Citrus, please tell me you're joking. We can't have you out of commission with the tavern about to reopen.
I'm sorry, Grandpa Almond. It's the truth. I was just too excited for the reopening and must have fallen asleep in an awkward position.
Grandpa Almond, we're here to help.
Oh, hazelnuts on high. You could not have come at a better time. Please allow me to introduce you. This is the bartender of the Calligraphy Tavern, Miss Citrus. Miss Citrus.
I appreciate the kind words, Grandpa Almond, but...
Are you all...
could you...
The neck and...
Of course, they're... This doesn't seem quite right. Perfect.
So they're really...
Thank you so much, everyone. I can rest easy now, knowing that...
That's another problem solved!
Go!
Well, since we...
But we still don't know how to use the magic of the... You mean...
Maybe...
In other words...
Well, we are certain...
You're right, Paimon. This is how...
Whoa, your origami skills are good.
I once saw one of our prop people making something similar. It looked really cool. So I took some time during my break to learn the basics. It's not a bad way to stave off sleepiness either.
Well, how do you feel? Sense any, magical powers flowing through you?
No.
No? What are we missing?
Magic words? But how am I supposed to know what the goddess said to bring them to life?
Oh, good point! You're the forest fairy, Nilu! What do you want to say to the new resident of your domain?
I bestow upon you the blessings of the forest and offer you a home in this land. Your name shall be Harisara. May you bloom in this world as beautifully as the flower I love.
My name is Harisara. It worked! It actually worked!
Well, peel my shell and call me a nut. I'd never imagined I'd witness such a miracle at my age. It's just like what the stories said about the goddess of creation.
shell? Miracle?
Nice to meet you, Padisara. I'm Nilu, the fairy of this forest. From this day forward, this place is now your home.
Hello, Fairy Nilu.
I hope you'll grow up happily in this forest.
Grow up.
Oh, you can leave the little one with old Almond for now. Oh, this sure brings back memories. It's been such a long time since we last held a welcome ceremony. Here, Padisara. Come to Grandpa Almond.
Well, now that Nilu has mastered the goddess's magic, we should be able to reopen the tavern, right?
Grandpa Almond, could you send a few people to check the underground space beneath the tavern?
Oh, of course. May I ask why?
The moment I used magic, I sensed something strange down there. I have a feeling it's connected to why the tavern had to close down.
Of course, we'll look into it right away.
Make sure you listen to Grandpa Almond, Padisara. Don't go running off on your own.
Padisara, listen. Running.
Hey, come back here, you! Wait!
Yep, that's Nilu's creation, all right. She's got so much energy. Anyway, how did you manage it, Nilu?
Well, all I did was say my wishes for her out loud. Maybe the magic is in the words themselves, just like the book said.
This place is seeming more like a fairy tale by the second.
I mean, or somewhere called the Forest of Blessings, so it kind of makes sense.
Well, anyway, Paimon thinks this magic suits you perfectly, Nilu.
When I brought Padisara to life just now, I was able to sense the magic flowing through the forest, and the flowers and trees, and inside the creatures that live here. But for some reason, there's a hollowed-out space beneath the tavern where I couldn't sense anything at all.
We're back, my lady.
That was fast.
You were right. There was something under the tavern that I've never seen before. It looked transparent and gave off a clinking sound when I knocked on it.
Transparent and clinking. Oh, I've got it!
Already?
You've got to use fairy tale logic, Paimon. That's right. An empty ink bottle, to be exact. Still remember the taste of the magic tonic you took a sip of, Paimon?
Yeah, it was ink. Oh, Paimon gets it now!
Traveler, Paimon, will you come gather some ingredients with me? I learned what we need to make the magic tonic back in the Hut of Blessings.
Sure thing! What do we need to get?
A setting sun that never sets, a dragon that cannot fly, and a moon that only shines at night.
Where are we supposed to what? How did you get that so fast? Logic, huh? Lucky guess, more like. What should we do now?
Let's go back to the Hut of Blessings. Huh? Give me just a second. I'm gonna go fetch an ink bottle from the other...
Paimon doesn't get it. All the ingredients are super tasty, but somehow the final product turns into ink. Well, anyway, Paimon's not going anywhere near this stuff this time. Not even if you bribed her.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's see. According to the book, first you do this, then this, and then... It's done!
Wow, magic sure makes everything super convenient.
Yes, this is it. This is exactly the magic tonic we need.
Grandpa Almond, could you take the concoction to the room underneath the tavern and place it next to the transparent bottle you found? I'll handle the rest.
Of course. As you command, so it shall be done.
I still get nervous at times like this. It's just like when you step on stage and you can tell that every single person's gaze is fixed right on you. Thanks, you two. I can't tell you how great it is to have you by my side. Almost makes me feel like I've been blessed by the goddess of fate, too. Let's go. We shouldn't keep everyone waiting. Forest, please heed my words and accept my blessings. May your spring of wondrous magic never run dry. And may all who call you their home lead happy, fulfilling lives.
Fairy Nilu is amazing. Wow, it's so pretty. What a beautiful tavern.
It matches the scenery of the forest perfectly. I was so surprised when it suddenly opened up like that. Just like a pop-up book.
I remember now. I remember everything. It was me. I was the one who went to the top of Constellation Metropole and witnessed the goddess's prophecy. The hero who shall save this world will descend upon the cliff of prophecy. The hero supported by their companions, shall restore peace to this world.
So the prophecy really did have all the answers. You just forgot the first half.
That's why I was waiting near the Cliff of Prophecy. Wonderful. Simply wonderful. There's still some hope left for old Armand after all.
Is the Cliff of Prophecy that place with the huge mural? 'Cause that is where we woke up, but we don't remember anything about how we got there. Also, we didn't get a change of clothes like Nilu. Are we definitely the heroes?
If not you, then who else? You've already helped the fairy revitalize our forest. To us, that makes you heroes, prophesized or not.
All right. Either way, we're going to keep adventuring, even if it's just to figure out how we can get back to our world. Yep, that's exactly right. Helping people we meet on the road is kind of our thing.
As expected, the words of the goddess of prophecy always come true.
I'll come with you. It can't hurt to have a magical fairy tag along, right?
Heroes and fairies, dragons and new adventures. This is sounding more and more like a fairy tale by the second.
I would say your next stop should be Constellation Metropole. It's Simulanka's most prosperous city, just across the sea. Once you've arrived at the Astral Garden at the highest point in the city, maybe you can try seeking divine counsel from the goddess of prophecy herself.
Are you leaving, Fairy Nilu? I'm afraid so. There are still other people who need my help. I won't go far, though, and I'll come back to visit the minute I have time to spare. So be a good girl, Patisara, and help out Grandpa Almond whenever you can, all right? Mm-hmm. Got it. Patisara will wait here for you.
That's a good girl, Patisara. I almost forgot. If Constellation Metropole is where you're heading, you'll need to take the Maritime Express. I'll head to the station first thing tomorrow morning and wake up that lazy station master for you. Why don't you take a break for the rest of the day? You should savor the beautiful scenery of the forest before you go.
Sounds great! Paimon definitely feels tired after being on the go for so long. There's a spot in the tavern with Paimon's name on it.
Oh, sounds like someone's ready to order.
Oh, well, if you're offering. Paimon will take a glass of Buell fruit tonic. But hold the tonic.
When the sun's out, bathe in sunlight. But when the moon's out, bathe in...
Morning. Guess everything that happened yesterday wasn't just a dream that... Well, it's time for our next fairy tale adventure. We should head to the station Grandpa Almond told us about.
Witness my magnificence! The threads of your fate lie in my hands. Thank you for choosing Comania Express. Wanna come over for tea? The show begins! By royal decree! Express delivery! Move it! Nana Kundana.
Get up, said Jewel. Time to get to work, you lazy bones.
I can't remember how to call the train. Just let me sleep a little longer, and I'm sure I'll remember.
Don't try to pull one over on me, young man. Your fading disorder has been cured. I saw you chugging cup after cup of magic tonic in the tavern last night.
You must be mistaken, Grandpa Almond. That guy definitely wasn't me.
Oh, you remember my name now, do you? Then it seems like you're all better. You had no idea who I was when you were fading. Now, enough of your nonsense. Get up. The fairy and her friends are going to be here any second.
All right, I'm up. The Maritime Express should be here soon.
That's more like it. Lie there any longer and you'll start gathering dust.
Is everything okay?
The hero, his pixie companion, and the forest fairy. Oh, I didn't know you were already here. Merciful macadamias. I'm sorry you had to see that.
Oh, it's all right. Paimon knows the feeling. Who doesn't want to sleep in first thing in the morning?
Does the Maritime Express run out of Constellation Metropole?
Yes. Each train needs a conductor to operate, and the conductors are always from the capital. The more difficult maneuvers are a little too complicated when you're made of paper.
Oh, so you mean the people of Constellation Metropole aren't origami animals like you?
Well, the city welcomes visitors from all over the world, so you're bound to run into some forest dwellers there. But yes, generally speaking, the residents of Constellation Metropole look quite different from us. You'll see for yourself soon enough. Here comes the train.
Pleasure to meet you, everyone. My name is Will, and I'll be the conductor for your journey today. I'm assuming you're the ones who called the train?
Whoa, it's a little toy man!
Yes, we called the train. The hero and the forest fairy need a ride to Constellation Metropole.
The hero and the forest fairy, the ones from the prophecy. Oh, why didn't you say so earlier? We could have prepared a far more luxurious train. I'll just go back and get a better one.
That's okay, Mr. Wheel. We're trying to get to the city as fast as possible. We just need you to get us across the sea. In your capable hands, I'm sure we'll get there in no time.
Of course, my lady. It would be an honor. Well then, all aboard, sit anywhere you like. We'll get a stunning view of Simulanka no matter where you're seated.
Breakfast.
Did one of you just say something?
Wasn't me either. Breakfast. No, come back. Sounds like the voice is coming from inside the train. Fish. Chicken drumsticks. Oh, gotcha.
What's Kirara doing here?
Is she a friend of yours?
Oh, let Paimon introduce you. This is Kirara. She's... Oh, wait, actually, maybe we should wake her up first.
So noisy. Is it morning already? Oh, morning. Huh? Traveler! Paimon! It's you? Which means... Oh, thank goodness. It was all a dream after all.
Gotta hand it to my imagination, it all felt super real. There were these toy people, but they were alive and they could talk.
Madam, sleeping overnight in the train car is prohibited.
It wasn't just a dream?
It's all right, Kirara. Apparently we're in a world called Simulanka. We got here yesterday, too.
Simulanka? So, that's what it's called. I spent all day yesterday wandering around this one city. The toy people called it Constellation Metropole. I was trying to find a way to get back home. I was seriously starting to think I'd gotten on the bad side of some great yokai and gotten swallowed whole.
Ah, I take it you're Inazuman then, Miss Kirara?
She sure is. But, Kirara here is kinda special. Let Paimon introduce you for real this time. Kirara is a Nekomata from Inazuma. She works as a courier for Komanie Express.
Ah, nice to meet you. I'm Nilu, a member of Zubair Theater. You can usually find us performing in Sumeru City's Grand Bazaar. Right now, though, I suppose I should introduce myself as the Fairy of the Forest of Blessings.
Oh, you're Nilu! I've heard a lot about you from my deliveries in Sumeru. I even saw one of your performances back in the day. You're an amazing dancer. But, did you say you were a forest fairy?
Oh, yeah, that's her new identity here in Simulanka. Oh, speaking of new identities, looks like you got a new outfit yourself, Kirara!
Yeah, I know. It confused the heck out of me yesterday. I just woke up in a set of brand new clothes I'd never seen before.
That must mean you have a big part to play here, too!
I think Miss Lynette would be better suited to that role, being a magician and all.
Did you by any chance hear a voice speaking to you before you got here, Miss Kirara?
A voice... Oh, yeah, I did hear something, but I was so freaked out my tails got all tangled, so I, didn't catch much of what was said.
Sorry for the interruption. But this, Nekomata friend of yours, she doesn't eat hamsters, does she?
Or frogs?
Oh, no need to worry, little guys. I would never do something like that. Well, unless I'd been out in the wild too long without anything to eat. Oh, speaking of eating, I am getting a little hungry.
Where are your manners, everyone? This young lady is a trusted friend of our esteemed hero. Now, I know a fear of felines is etched into us with ink, but I'm certain Miss Nekomata in boots here means us no harm.
Sure looks like you're keeping your distance, though, Grandpa Almond.
You will have nothing to fear, I promise. I met some origami animals in Constellation Metropole yesterday, and I even made sure to retract my claws so I didn't hurt them by accident. Plus, you all look just about as tasty as the cardboard boxes I deliver. Not that I'd try to eat you even if you did look tasty. Promise.
Please excuse us, Mom. It's just an unconscious reaction.
Dear passengers, it's almost time for us to depart.
Oh, yeah, that. Whoops. This turned into a pretty long conversation, didn't it? All right, let's get on the train. You coming with us, Kiara?
Mm-hmm. I'll ride with you to the next stop. There's a place near the Metropole that caught my eye yesterday, so I want to go explore it today.
Then all that remains for me to say is, on behalf of the Forest of Blessings, thank you once again for all you've done for us. May the Goddess of Fate be with you and bless your journey, Madam Fairy, Miss Necomata in boots, and our brave heroes. Please do visit us in the Forest of Blessings again, once peace has returned to this land.
We will. We'll definitely meet again.
Take care, Grandpa Almond.
Have a safe trip!
Wow, a train ride over the sea? What an incredible view!
Please keep your head and arms inside the train at all times. We don't want anyone falling into the sea.
There's a train coming the other way, too! Hey!
Now that the fading disorder is cured, I'm sure the forest will be a lively place again in no time.
I gotta go explore that forest at some point. It looked so pretty from the train. I just hope they, won't be too scared of me.
We'll be arriving at our destination shortly. Please prepare to disembark. Here we are, Constellation Med.
Great! And thanks to you for the train cars were comfortable and spacious, and I had a great night's sleep. I'll definitely be back.
As you wish, ma'am.
Where should we go next? Is that place you wanted to check out nearby?
Mm-hmm. I don't want us to come with... It's okay. You guys go. I pretty much you know what I mean, right? Like, well, don't worry. If you run into any trouble, I'll be...
Okay, fair enough. We'll head to the Metropole then.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry about me. Let's not forget,
May I present? Oz, reveal thyself.
up their package. Coming through. Sign here, please. Yoo-hoo!
Let the world collide! By royal decree.
Hey, are you guys already no need to prioritize. Great! Then let's go! I've delivered packages all over, but I've never seen a mysterious fairy tale world like this before. Looks like nobody has gotten around to repairing this house yet. Ugh, even I wouldn't dare to sleep in there. It might suddenly collapse in on you. Nothing to see here either. Maybe we can find someone to ask? Aha! Over there! I bet we'll find some people there. Let's go take a look. Uh-huh. I was sure there'd be people here.
There once was a goddess who ruled over fate. Before she died, she left 3 riddles for the kingdom she had created.
What? Who said that?
Long story short, on this day, a sentient feline, an outlander, and a diminutive pixie arrived on the scene. They saw a narrow path off to the side.
Okay, but which side?
Yeah, if you gave ambiguous instructions like that to a Comania Express courier, they'd give you the parcel right back and tell you to write the delivery address more clearly.
Despite how obvious the answer was, the perplexed pixie and the flummoxed feline struggled to work it out. Although, perhaps a small part of the blame could be attributed to my dull narration. All right, let's try this again. The path on the left-hand side seemed to give off an enticing fragrance, as if to say, this is the way to wealth and glory.
Ooh, that sounds like the start of a good story. Then what? Then what?
At the end of the path, the motley crew would soon spot a secret stone room. A prophecy had once foretold of a Marquis who shall one day venture inside, and thus it is named the future Marquis's abode to be. Are you sure you don't want to hear the rest?
What's going on?
Oh, hear me out, all right? I'm sorry for resorting to extreme measures, but I'm trying to help here. Don't worry, will disappear as soon as I'm done talking.
So are you some sort of fence-spawning yokai?
I'll keep this brief. Firstly, the place ahead of you is a secret room whose purpose, per the legends, is to await the arrival of a certain Marquis. For that reason, it's called the future Marquis's abode to be. Secondly, when you get inside, don't sit on the chair in the centre, or bad things will happen. There, that's all. Off you go.
So many summers, winters, springs, and falls, and now at last a hero hither strides.
This realm knows not what lies beyond its walls. Its secrets mystify the world outside.
Wait, new voices. Who are they?
As
As golden sunlight fills the firmament, the tabletop engrosses your attent. Perchance, Peru?
Captivated by the epic poetry and enthralled by the outstanding storytelling, the Outlanders knew what their next objective was. Namely, to remove the clockwork key from the raised platform up ahead.
Cabe, I just realized you said we all had to speak like bards, but every time you open up your mouth, I don't hear any rhymes.
Yeah, I noticed that too. It's one standard for us and another for you. That's not fair, Cape. Perhaps the Outlanders are worried that something drastic will happen the moment they remove it. Maybe that's why they're investigating the area thoroughly first. Can't fault them for that. I'm wondering if we can take advantage of this downtime to discuss whether we really need to keep this up.
Well, if you guys don't want to put on a voice and speak in verse, be my guest. Just don't blame me for your own poetic incompetence. With wood and earthenware strewn all around, the demon feline sphere.
Strong as stone, firm as steel, the Outlander pulls. The attack now over. Only one final step remains.
Now it is the...
But alas, as was the case for all those who had come before, the key still did not move an inch. Wait, what? They got it out?
Yes! Finally! Come on, move your butts and your legs, assuming they're still in working order. It's showtime!
No hard feelings about your lack of poetic contributions?
Oh, let it go!
I've faced many opponents in my duels. Most of them I defeated. The rest surrendered. No, I have never lost a duel. In my role as champion duelist, my opinions do not matter. For when I draw my blade, I am but an instrument of Fontaine's law.
Welcome, esteemed and noble Outlander. Allow us to introduce ourselves.
We represent the 3 great clans of this realm, having been selected as its authorized historical supervisors.
Our purpose being to await the arrival of one such as yourselves, who shall remove the clockwork key.
My name is...
You're Cape, he's Albizzi, and that's Bobarano, right? You've done so much talking that we can already tell you apart by your voices.
Aren't we missing someone, though? The guy who led us here to begin with?
Who?
And thus was born the long-awaited fellowship, destined to uncover the truth of the past. Allow me to quote, if I may, in the history of Constellation Metropole, a new page has begun.
Him.
Well, there's no 4th person, so which of you is the ventriloquist? Come on, out with it.
We've never heard that voice before, but he sounds like he'd be good at reading bedtime stories to children.
Well, whoever it is, I don't know and I don't care. Forget about him. We have far more important things to focus on. Like, where our journey goes from here.
That key you hold is the pivot point about which the past and present of the Metropole revolve. However, between our three clans, there is some dispute over the historical record.
Each clan has its own version of history, detailing the clan's origins and the tale of the Dragon of Old. And unfortunately, we don't know which one is the truth.
Dragon? You mean the one that's been acting up recently?
Oh, no, not that one, you adorable little pixie. When I say Dragon of Old...
He means a dragon that would be really, really old if it was still with us today, but it was defeated in ancient times. The new one has nothing to do with our clan history.
Was that supposed to be a joke? Anyway, so you've been waiting for someone to remove the key so you can finally explore the truth of the past?
Not just explore it, but argue incessantly about it. Honestly, I don't care that much. Cape's the one who's always bothering us about it.
What we need to figure out is who resolved the dragon crisis. We have to know that before we can decide which is the supreme clan.
The moment you removed the key from where it was lodged, you became the honorary Marquis. We humbly beseech you, noble Outlander. Noble Traveler Marquis, we ask you to help us. You and your talking Puss in Boots and the pale floating pixie.
Puss in Boots? Are you serious? It's better than demon feline, but still...
Embrace it, my friend, embrace it. Most cats don't wear boots or speak, do they?
I'm not even a cat, I'm a Nekomata. Now that you know the word, I expect you to use it.
Please allow me to lead you all to a sacred memorial site. It will be much easier to explain what needs to be done once we are there. This place is sacred to my clan. It's where our brave forefathers once took up arms against the Dragon of Old. After a bitter battle that dragged on for many days and nights, finally, our forefathers fought the dragon into submission, and it fled. They took turns, though. Some forefathers worked the day shift, while others worked the night shift. So they say. It's just a legend, though.
Wait a second? Did I just hear you admit that your clan's history is just a legend?
History, legend, who cares? My clan was definitely courageous, that's the point. That's the truth. And isn't the truth what we've all been arguing about non-stop for all these years?
Cape's words gave the traveler food for thought. Could it be that the truth in a fictional world is equivalent to fiction in the real world? But that would have to wait. Apparently, Cape was not alone in his pilgrimage to this sacred site. Unwanted company had arrived. The traveler and the talking cat, Nekomata, decided to teach them some manners.
Strike a pose! Oz, reveal thyself!
Noted.
True display of heroism and valor. It was as if the spirits of my ancestors were fighting through me.
Here's a thought. Should be...
Your martial prowess and show of courage are a more vivid reenactment of my ancestors' feats that suit the modern aesthetic. Now, let's get down to business. As we all know, time is but an illusion. Time may flow line by line, page by page, or frame by frame, but usually it flows in the form of springs and gears.
And that clockwork key you have in your hand can turn back time and make the past reappear.
Well, actually, my view is that the illusion of time is more of a problem of consciousness. Gears power the body, while the body is the vessel of the conscious mind. But the mind cannot understand the dimension of time, so we experience instead an endless continuum of moments as the pinion of now turns along the rack of ages.
I'm getting flashbacks to when I was delivering packages to the Sumeru Academia.
A teacher once asked Albizzi what his greatest fear was, and he replied, dragons. Boberano was asked the same question. He replied, time, and repeated the argument we just heard. The teacher then turned to Cape and posed the same question. He replied, Boberano.
The manuscript that tells the truth of the historical record, the blueprint to all of creation, the work of the great mage themselves. It can be found at the beginning of the Girak, and on the very first page of the book.
Paimon didn't follow all that, but basically, you're just saying that we need to put the key in and turn it all the way back?
Exactly. It is said that in the beginning, the goddess of creation took the goddess of fate's manuscript as a blueprint, placed it under the goddess of prophecy's starry realm, and generated the world from a few magic arrays. So in a few moments, when the great clockwork key turns the local time here back to the very beginning, we will restore the magic arrays back to their original configurations.
Hold on, isn't stealing part of the blueprint of creation a little dangerous? Also, how are we supposed to know the original configurations of the magic arrays?
Well, the general shapes of the configurations have been passed down over the ages. They now form the family crests of each of our clans. So you'll just need to reference my family crest and join the dots accordingly. To address your other concern, when the house has already been built, do you really think that taking away the construction crew and blueprint will cause it to collapse?
The Traveler Marquis prepares to insert the great clockwork key into the nearby keyhole.
I guess we should start here?
Behold, the sacred writings that record the truth of... No, wait. That have shaped the truth of history. Gather round and let us bear witness. Feast your eyes.
I don't believe it. So, all along, our histories have been false?
Don't lose heart, Albizzi. It does not follow from his is true that ours are false.
That might be the most bogus logic I've ever heard. But keep up the mental gymnastics, Boberano. I've been waiting for that look of jealousy on your face my whole life, and I'm gonna savor it.
And yet, it seemed that this conundrum could indeed have more than one solution. Everyone agreed that there may be more than one truth. The party decided to visit the sacred sites of the other clans and see what their documents had to say.
Isn't a narrator supposed to remain detached and objective? It feels like you're forcing a narrative agenda on us here. Well, whatever. I'm in a good mood. Let's do it. The instructions say to repeat the process 3 times, and besides, I'm looking forward to watching you both be sorely disappointed.
Let's do my clan next. I'll lead the way.
We'll need the key again, right? Let me see if I can pull it out. Yoink! Yep. Hop. Yep. Ooh, maybe I could curl up inside this box. Yeah.
Help me! Help me! Help! Oh, goddess of prophecy above, would you kind souls please help us?
What happened here? Why are you all suspended in midair?
I mean, being stuck in midair still beats falling to the ground and being smashed into a pile of blocks, but... I told him to be careful, but... No. Never mind. Now's not the time for that. My good friends, could I trouble you to turn the clockwork key over there? I'll explain everything in a bit.
A duel is a battle of wills, and the sword an extension of the duelist's spirit. If your heart recoils in fear, then your sword may as well be in its scabbard, because you will not wield it effectively against your foe.
Thank you. Oh, thank...
What happened there? It almost seemed like we turned back time.
I take it this is your first time witnessing the power of the Goddess of Prophecy, then? If so, I can see why you might think that. Basically, this is a gift bestowed upon Constellation Metropole by the Goddess of Prophecy, who rules over the natural course of all things. It helps those who have deviated from their proper path to get back on track.
Proper path? Do you mean everything that happens in the Metropole has been planned out since the very beginning?
Why are you saying that as if it's a bad thing?
You're not explaining it clearly. Here, allow me. Of course, all the residents of the Metropole have the freedom to live their own lives. For instance, whether I use olive oil or sesame oil in my morning skincare routine is entirely my choice. But whenever something disastrous is about to happen, like when I almost got turned into a pile of rubble just now, the goddess's magic will activate in the world around us.
So, in other words, it's kind of protection magic? To keep people alive?
You could say that. There are other situations in which it activates too, but that's basically...
Well, and then...
Are you heading to the...
Yep.
Oh, it's just that platform up ahead. The one with the key sticking out.
That thing? Are you sure?
Yep, that's the one. Pretty much everything in the Metropole runs on tracks and gears. The Goddess of Prophecy watches over it all. Which is to say, all the tracks are fixed. If a machine is set up to move forwards, it'll never move in reverse.
This reminds Paimon a lot of Fontaine's clockwork toys.
You mean, like those music boxes with dancing figures? I think I've seen one or two from the merchants in Sumeru.
Yeah, exactly like that. Anyway, sounds like it's not gonna suddenly fall out of the sky, so Paimon's okay now. Should we get going?
A stroke of good luck, and a very welcome one.
Oh, what a bustling city! This place is fit for a king!
Our next step is to get to the top of the metropole and ask the goddess of prophecy for guidance. If there is a king in that castle, I sure hope he won't get mad at us for trespassing.
Make way for the king!
Oh, darn, we jinxed it. Oh, no. Did he overhear us talking about us sneaking into his castle? Paimon hopes he's not mad.
Silence! The one who shall soon stand before you is the ruler of Constellation Metropole, the one who descended after a meteor shower, and the protector of order and all the stars in the sky.
That's a long list of titles.
I bid ye welcome, guests from afar. Long have I heard of your grand deeds. O fairy, who restored the lifeblood of the forest. O hero, who, huh?
Navia!
Hold your foul tongue! How dare you utter Her Majesty's name?
Nice one, partner. Spectacular improvisation skills. I'd expect no less from you. All right. You can relax now. Allow me to make some introductions. This is a traveler, and his trusty companion, Paimon.
You are personal friends with Her Majesty the King? Please, forgive our grievous mistake. We had no idea.
All right. The welcome ceremony is over. Everyone back to your stations. I will personally treat our guests to some royal hospitality.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Oh, come on. I've already sent them off. So, anyway, how did you guys get here?
Lot of
Bargain
content.
king of this nation?
Content interesting guys.
Oh, wait, don't say it. You just woke up like this, right?
Sounds like you've answered your own question. But before I woke up, I heard a voice say to me, "You are the king
Now
of
we are.
Constellation
King बन गई
Metropole.
भाई
Now go forth and save your city."
A similar thing happened to me.
king बन गई ना इधर मैं नाम
Oh,
निकालूंगा
sorry.
वहीं पे जाऊंगा
You must be the fairy of the Forest of Blessings, right?
This is Nilu, a friend that we made during our time in Sumeru.
Nice to meet you, Miss Nilu. I'm Navia, the president of Spina di Rosula. If you ever get the chance to go to Fontaine, make sure you come and visit me. I'm based in Poisson.
Seems like you're taking this all in stride. Aren't you nervous about getting stuck here and never being able to get back home?
Why would I be worried about that? We've faced much bigger problems than this before, and we always pull through. This should be a piece of cake.
मतलब गेम की वजह से ही आ रही है ना
Besides, life's always full of surprises. You gotta learn to just enjoy it. That sounds like a great life. You have a very optimistic spirit. Thanks, I'll take that. Honestly, though, it also puts me at ease to find out that you guys are the fairy and heroes that I've been hearing. The veterans at dealing with prophecies by now, aren't we?
Has anything bad happened in the Metropole? We heard about an evil dragon. Did it make a mess here too?
It sure did. Apparently, for whatever luckily, the guards responded quickly, and so I've been out.
Oh, Paimon can...
I see.
Do you know how we can do?
Well, however, I've heard from the citizens here that the goddess hasn't given out any new revelations in a very long time.
Really? But Grandpa Almond told us that he received his prophecy from the goddess.
Oh,
That's probably because the prophecy about the hero of Simulanka has been around for a very long time. But recently, people realized that the after peace has been restored.
Huh. Okay.
Still, can't hurt to try your luck. And maybe you can help me get rid of the invaders while we're at it.
Invaders? So the dragon's not your only problem?
Right. The forest isn't the only place where strange things have been happening to the residents. Have you come across the gift from the goddess of prophecy yet?
You mean the protection magic that stops them from coming to harm? We saw it in action.
Yep, that's the one. Over the past little while, this magic has been triggering far more frequently. We don't know if it's some residents find themselves others start repeating the same thing over and over.
we were to use
That's exactly anyway.
कोई ना मेरा काफी चार्ज हो जाएगा
Monster on our way here.
That's because I already took care of most of them over the past couple of days. Of the remaining few, we trapped some of them inside the castle and chased the...
अच्छा नहीं देखा
Here gotten all messed up, but the dragons also knocked some of the stars out of the sky. Plus, there's a bunch of monsters in the city. Sounds like there's a lot more to fix here than in the Forest of Blessings.
अरे पर पता नहीं इसका आइडिया नहीं है बस इसमें क्या तो कुछ चल रहा है
Defeating the dragon and the
क्या है
monster should be
कुछ भी बना देते हैं
straightforward
लोग
enough. But how do we fix the magic?
Supposedly, the goddess has had it all planned out for ages. One of her oldest prophecies says this. Go and push the gear that connects up to the starry sky. When that time comes, I shall dance and return the tracks beneath my people's feet back to the stars in the sky.
Huh? But weren't the tracks the gift that she gave to her people in the first place? Does that mean she plans to take the gift back?
That's what the prophecy seems to be saying, yes. So, as a result, some people are against turning the gear, despite what the prophecy says, since they fear a future where they no longer enjoy the goddess's protection.
But letting this drag on isn't
Right,
the answer either, is it?
No, and I think they know that. But they're just too afraid to take that final, terrifying step. They're still hoping there might be an alternative solution. Now, we could ignore their objections and go turn the gear ours. Exactly. You know me well. And that's why you're my partner. I want to get as many people on my side as possible. At the end of the day, this is their city, and they should have the right to decide its future.
Ooh, spoken like a true wise king, Navia.
I am the boss of Spina di Rosula, after all. Traveler, Paimon, Miss Nilu, would you be willing to lend me your support? With your help, I'm confident we'll be able to find the most frictionless... Not gonna lie, your majesty is definitely growing on me.
Seriously, like we'd ever say no. We're your friends. No need to ask us so formally in the future.
I'm happy to help too. This is a beautiful city. And just like the Forest of Blessings, I would love to see it return to normal as soon as possible.
Great! As the king of Constellation Metropole, I extend to you my gratitude. All right, everyone, follow me. I'll show you the way to the goddess statue at the top of the Metropole. And stay close. You don't want to get lost in my castle. It's huge.
Wow. Okay. थोड़ा सा लैगी हो गया ये थोड़ा सा लैगी लैगी होगा अभी बीच में, स्ट्रीम के बीच में लाइट चली गई ना, लैगी लैगी हो गया बहुत। होगा हो गया। तो उसको कर दे, लाइव कर दे, हो जाएगा। भाई तू बहुत पीछे है, मैं बहुत आगे निकल चुका हूँ। मैं कहीं और आ गया, मस्त काम कर रहा हूँ, मजा आ रहा है। स्क्विड गेम बना दिया, मिनी स्क्विड गेम। हाँ देख रहा हूँ मैं। एक उल्टे हाथ का रैपटा वहाँ कागज के पति थे। अरे भाई।
If these items are unclaimed, we may take them without controversy.
बहुत पीछे है वो, बोल रहा हूँ फिर से। अरे पीछे है तू बहुत, स्ट्रीम में कर चुका हूँ मैं, ये हो गया, मिल गया मेरे को। Have the toy figure escape danger? Attack the clockwork to reset the scene. Danger? अरे तेरे को स्ट्रीम में भी आवाज आ रही है और मेरी इस पे भी आवाज आ रही है, कॉल पे भी। साले ध्यान तो दे। ओहो बक्सा गिर रहा है इनके ऊपर। अच्छा इनको निकालू कैसे बाहर? अरे इनको निकालू कैसे बाहर में वहां से? थोड़े मंडप पे चल दे। इसका कोई क्या है? हेल्प द टॉय फिगर रिस्पेक्ट इन अटैक द टॉय क्लॉक तुमको खुद से क्या बकवास है भाई ये निकाल ही नहीं रहा उससे कुछ अच्छा ओके समझ गया मैं अब चलो चलो अब नहीं करेगा वो हो गया हो गया बस समझ में आ गया मुझे कैसे करना है वो hell yeah.
If these items are unclaimed, we may take them without controversy. Yeah.
वही नहीं नहीं वही मजे लो जीवन में और क्या हाँ फाउंड नहीं होगा डोंट मूव अ मसल स्क्विड गेम बना दिया भाई।
If these items are unclaimed, we may take them without controversy.
स्क्विड गेम देखा ही नहीं मैंने। ओ भाई चिपका दिया इनने बंदे। मेरे भाई धन्यवाद बहुत बहुत बेहतरीन धन्यवाद भी अजीब बहुत बहुत। भाई केस में जब तक कोलैब करना है भाई जीवन में, अगर ऐसा कुछ हुआ तो भाई वो बंदा बहुत तगड़ा है भाई। केस टू बंदा बहुत तगड़ा है भाई, उसे तो कोलैब करना बनता है। कैरी, हाँ कैरी करनी है। कैरी से कौन मना करेगा भाई। हम्म। डाल रखे डाल रखे। आ रही आ रही आ रही आ रही।
If these items are unclaimed, we may take them without controversy.
नहीं अरे अब मेरे को वो नहीं करना, मिशन नहीं करना, अब मैं थक गया हूँ आज। मिशन वाला स्टोरी आज नहीं करूँगा, हो गया भाई। जितनी स्टोरी करनी थी उतनी कर ली मैंने आज। हाँ स्ट्रीम बंद करूँगा, बहुत कर ली भाई, कब से कर रहा हूँ भाई।
If these items are unclaimed, we may
अभी
take them
चार की आ
without
रही थी,
controversy.
अभी एक की आ रही है फिलहाल। अरे ये कैसे मिलता है। चलो भाई आज के लिए इतना ही, अब इससे तो बस स्ट्रीम कर नहीं सकता मैं। बाय बाय, टाटा, सी यू। क्या हो गया। स्ट्रीम बंद नहीं करी मैंने, गेम बंद किया बस। मैक्सिमम कितनी, 4 की स्ट्रीम है या 3 की स्ट्रीम हुई है। कंसिस्टेंट व्यूअर्स, कॉन्करेंट व्यूअर्स, अबे कितने लोग कॉन्करेंट है बे। 2-2 भी होते हैं कॉन्करेंट। 2 घंटे के 2 घंटे 31 मिनट की स्ट्रीमिंग चल गई, बहुत है। यहाँ भी मैंने कान रखा है बंद, इसलिए ब्लैक स्क्रीन आ रही है। कर। देखता हूँ वो रीजंस का, देख लो बस एक बार ही, फिर करता हूँ। लाइक कर दियो सारे अकाउंट से, बस ये कर देना, उससे वो रीच बढ़ जाती है। तो लाइक ज़्यादा मिलते तो समझ में आता है ना, रीच बढ़ जाती है। क्या क्या हो गया है? मैं बोल चुका हूँ ऑलरेडी। क्या फर्क पड़ता है? फेक ऑडियंस भाई, स्टार्टिंग में सबकी फेक ऑडियंस रहती थी। कौन सा जो स्टार्टिंग से यूट्यूबर बनना है उसकी 600-700 की ऑडियंस आ रही थी? कोई भी ऐसा यूट्यूबर हो ही नहीं सकता। देख रहा हूँ 6। देखा नहीं, सब्सक्राइबर देखने में टाइम लगेगा। रुक, चल एक मिनट जरा चेक करके बताता हूँ। 200 हो गए ना मेरे पास। चलो ठीक है। अब मुझे क्या करना है? क्या क्या देखना है मुझे? पुलिना का टैलेंट अपग्रेड कर सकता हूँ मैं अभी? ओ यार,
What is the situation? Chivalry will never die. I won't hold you back. Much. Let my name echo in song! Let me read you a verse. Rain outlines you. Let's light it up! Yeah, teamwork is dreamwork!
हाँ हाँ बोलो। मैं क्या किसको, अरे वो कर रहा हूँ, इसका टैलेंट फॉर्म कर रहा हूँ सुनने के लिए बुक्स। थैंक यू भाई। मजा नहीं आ रहा, उठाऊं मैं इससे करता हूँ।
No time to lose. Nature. Fallen leaves adorn my no—
Eat this!
No time to— Shouldn't let your guard down.
ये बढ़िया है। Pretty fast, huh? Tata is still OP in the chat, huh?
Tidal wave. Time to go.
Everybody stand back! After fry pan, into the— Let's light it up! I'm going in!
Wind strider. Clouds high. The birds come.
You're toast! Nice and spicy!
अरे ये देख के तो मजा आएगा देखो अभी।
The wind knows me.
Let's light it up! Everybody stand back! After fry pan,
Into the wind.
I'm going in!
As one with wind and cloud. The wind knows me. You can run, but you can't move. Amateur mistake.
क्या पता, देखना पड़ेगा। गेम पे डिपेंड करता है ना, गेम भी तो होना चाहिए होता।
No time to lose.
Nice and spicy!
Wind strider.
Everybody stand back! Boba, get them! I'm going in!
Fallen leaves adorn my no—
Eat this!
You're mine.
अच्छी फार्मिंग भी होगी भाई। बोल बोल। ना पानी में नहीं हूँ मैं। चलो भाई, आज का इतना सारा काम हो गया, अब कुछ नहीं बचा।